All right, meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us once again. Man, you and I have just been talking about the weather all week. It just seems like really the past 2 weeks.
We started with the snow on Monday this week, and we're ending the week with snow here. Mother Nature's at least keeping things balanced, I guess.
You see, we know the challenges that it can create.
Right.
You know, those of us that are used to, especially growing up in the Northeast, we're used to this, but still.
It's something you got to be ready for.
You got to be ready for.
That's right. And it looks like the crews, they have been keeping up out there, especially on some of the main roadways. So good to see that. But folks, we still do have a little ways to go here with this snowfall as we go throughout the rest of your Friday afternoon. Here are some snowfall totals, official snowfall totals as of 10:30 in the morning. We'll continue to see these official numbers roll in from the National Weather Service throughout the afternoon as more snow comes down. But look at that. Parts of the viewing area already hitting the 4-inch mark, including Ashburn, Olney, Tacoma Park, and out toward western Maryland there in Frostburg at 4 inches. And that's what we were expecting in a way here with this snow coming down at a pretty decent clip, especially early this morning. Now at those airports, those official numbers here, Reagan so far as of 10:30 a.m., just over 2 inches, but it's very likely that number does continue to climb. Remember, we picked up 4.1 inches on Monday. We'll see if we can match that number for the DC Metro here today. And again, our cameras, they're battling through some of this snow. We can't really see a lot from our rooftop camera atop the station in DC. And Hagerstown, well, the camera's starting to get obscured here from that snowfall that is coming down at a pretty good clip out to the west. And this is a scene we are going to continue to see as we move ahead here. Here's that storm system. Again, the bulk of any of the steadier snow from early this morning has moved on to Delaware, New Jersey, just up the East Coast here. But we're seeing another bit of precipitation wrap around the backside of this storm system. And notice how we're getting that blue, steady blue, filling back in over portions of the DMV. And as we zoom down closer, here we are, Washington, D.C. We are seeing snow across the board, inside, outside the Beltway, all surrounding counties near the D.C. Metro, certainly dealing with another round of that light to steady snowfall as we get into the afternoon here. Down across southern Maryland, we talked about the fact that totals could be a little bit lower, and here's the reason why. Some mixing taking place where temperatures are just a little bit above freezing. So parts of Calvert, St. Mary's counties, not just dealing with the snowfall, but also a little bit of icy precipitation. And then as you go back up toward the Shenandoah Valley into the mountains here, some lighter snow at this moment, but as we move along into the later afternoon hours, we'll actually see the steadier snow start to develop in the mountains as everybody else begins to see things lighten up. So here we are on Futurecast, 2 p.m. Notice how we still have a good portion of the area dealing with some of that light snowfall. Now down to the south and west, portions of northern Virginia, down toward Manassas, Culpeper, Woodstock, the snow will start to lighten up as we get into the middle of the afternoon. Meanwhile, western Maryland down toward D.C. and parts of southern Maryland, you'll continue to see that snow into the afternoon, even the early evening. Here we are at 4 p.m. Still some snow hanging on near the I-95 corridor, but once we hit 6 p.m., pretty much all of the DMV will see that snow begin to come to an end at 6 o'clock. The only exception to this is back across that highest terrain where snow showers will continue persistently through the overnight hours while the rest of us begin to see a much clearer sky. So again, some good news. We are going to begin to see things clear up. But behind this snowfall, folks, our next concern beginning tonight and continuing into the first half of the weekend, bitterly cold air is going to fill right back in. Here we are at 7 a.m. on your Saturday. We are talking wind chill values, those feels like temperatures below zero west of the I-95 corridor and hovering just barely above zero in the DC metro area. And this level of cold is going to stick around through the entire day on Saturday. So if you have plans to be out and about, folks, you definitely need to be ready to bundle up tomorrow. So we'll deal with this snowfall the rest of the day today. Then those bitterly cold temperatures will be here throughout Saturday into Saturday night. But then we start to see some improvement as temperatures will jump up next week toward the 50-degree mark.